And I think, whoa.
Wow.
Do you see this?
Yeah.
There's kind of like 3 tiers to Massive Loop. One of those is VR shopping. The other thing is VR training and education. But the stuff that I've been showing mostly is the 3rd tier, and that's VR design and collaboration. It can include stuff like architecture, interior design, landscaping, and stuff like real estate, for example, which is kind of what I set up today.
Fantastic.
This is my studio. I have this object here. These are the same thing. It's basically a big apartment model, like an apartment complex. If I was role-playing as a real estate agent, I set up over here. This is my little waiting area.
It's a nice painting too.
Yeah, thank you. And then if they want to relax a little bit, they can come over here, get a drink. In the center here, basically the idea was to have a smaller model of the apartment that they can kind of hold in their hands. They can like literally just plop it on the table. They can walk around with it. And then in the center is kind of the bigger one. And I think I could actually like stick my head in. I could actually like stand in here and look at the different levels if I want to. How long do you think it would take for me to build a room like this, you think?
10 minutes. There's a lot of walls. There's a lot of concrete you have to pour. So
I'm going to build this room from scratch, and you can time me if you want to. So I'm going to go ahead and start out with the fan. I think that's a good place to start. They kind of put a collider on the ceiling, so I can just like shove the fan and it sticks in place like that. I need a rotate script. I'll take the info of that. Make the fan rotate. True. I need to grab my info tool. Make sure it's non-static so that it stays. But I could actually, there's another way to do that if I'm trying to use more scripts. Set physics. Yeah, there we go. So I'll take the object and I will keep it false because I don't want physics on. And then I attach it. Yeah, and now it'll stay. So I'll do 20 on the X and see what happens. Okay.
Nice.
A weird way for a fan to rotate. I'll do the Y at 20. There we go. And the Z. Yeah. Welcome, everybody.
Oh, nice. My spooky house.
So that's really the only scripts I'm going to be using. Next would be to bring in the main attraction here, which is the residential city building or the apartment building. So the biggest I can scale it in this room is there, because this room kind of puts limits on, you don't want objects so big that they like peek out of the room. Like they kind of put a limit on how big you can actually get it in here.
And how small can you make them? Like what's the smallest apartment complex you can have? Oh, it's pretty small. Yeah. Whoa. Oh man.
Can you see it?
The little speck.
Yeah.
Wow. Can you also make these rotate, like the apartment complex, like rotate on an axis?
Yeah. Maybe I could even just attach it to this. Maybe if I like slowed this down so that it floats, and then I also want it to rotate.
Hey.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. See all sides of it.
I'm going to make a smaller version. And then I'm going to put a little table, round table, yeah. So this can kind of just live on the table. Mm-hmm. That way, if anyone comes over here, they see the rotating one, and then come over here, grab the smaller one, pick it up, both hands, plop it back on the table. But if you really want to like get realistic with it, you can add these little areas kind of like I did. So I'm going to make this kind of the walk-in waiting room type of area. So let me grab my lounge chair, put a little book so that somebody can...
Oh, they can write their journal, write their notes.
Yeah. I'll put a little plant so they feel good. There we go.
Wow. It's very cozy.
Then I'm going to put a painting on the wall. So that's my kind of waiting room area. I could even set up like a little receptionist, like a little check-in area, maybe.
Right.
Let me see what type of chairs I have. Maybe like this is the receptionist chair.
Sleek, modern.
Shout out to human mode. So that can be my receptionist and waiting area. After they've moved over here, they've checked out the apartment complex, and then we can celebrate with some wine. Class it up a little bit with my rose petals.
Oh, look at that.
I think this room is basically done. This would be a really fun demonstration room. If you really wanted to have a more serious, practical place where I have a 3D model, something I want to show somebody or sell to somebody, I can send them this room in Massive Loop. They pop on their headset and come visit this room. We can pick it up. We can talk about it. So I'm going to hop in actually to the other room that I made yesterday. If you come outside, there's my apartment. Also, this is a more accurate way to see the inside of this building.
Right.
So if I just pop in here, looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you think that would be all one room? Or would
probably.
This is probably 3 rooms.
Well,
but that would mean this middle one would have 2 balconies.
Right. It might just be 2.
It is 2, yeah. Because this would be kind of a long balcony and then a corner balcony. A fun thing I did, I don't know if how long have we been streaming for? 48 minutes? Okay, then. So I'm done. So yeah, thanks, Oliver.
Yeah. Thank you, Mitch. I learned a little bit more useful stuff this week.
Ways to use this in a practical setting for somebody.
Yeah, maybe I'll go buy an apartment now.
Yeah.